Dave from Alexander Adventures. We are here on the famous Striding Edge in the Lake District National Park, and we're here for a staff training day. We'll be looking at movement on steep terrain and group management in these sorts of conditions. What we're going to do shortly is we're going to head back down to Ullswater, and that's going to be a perfect opportunity for us to have a little look at what we've taken out on our hill day today and what you should probably bring with you on one of our mountain days. Look forward to seeing you soon. Hello team, you join us back at Ullswater, and we're just going to chat a little bit about what we've taken out on the hill today to keep us safe and comfortable. So we're going to start with basically what we're going to carry all our equipment in. So for me today, this is a 40 litre mountain equipment rucksack. Put any hardware in rucksack, ideally 30 to 40 litres, and that way we can get all of our equipment in for the day nice and sort of weatherproof. Okay, moving along, I'm going to have with me at least one nice warm jacket, and notice what I've done is I've put this in a separate dry bag, and that is to make sure that it stays nice and dry. So for me, that is in the UK a nice warm synthetic jacket. Okay, that's going to do us better in the UK climate than a down jacket, which when it gets wet is pretty useless. Okay, alongside that, to keep myself nice and comfortable, I'm going to take a full set of waterproofs. So for me, that's waterproof trousers and a jacket. Okay, and again, I keep these in a separate dry bag just so that when they're wet and I put them back in my bag, I'm not getting everything else in my bag soaking wet. So I've got a nice waterproof jacket there and a set of waterproof trousers. Okay, along with that, to keep yourself comfortable, I'm going to have a pair of gloves, okay, and I'm going to have a woolly hat. All right, a few extras I'm going to choose to take with me. Okay, I've got here a personal first aid kit. This is a little bit more sort of group sized. We'll just wait for this noisy tractor to go past. You might choose to have one a little bit smaller and just take the key items along with you that you need. Okay, if you're out on one of our adventures with us, your leader will have a full team kit with them. Okay, so it's really just a few things that you might need along the way. You might choose to have a few little bits and bobs with you. So in here I've just got a water filter and a little bit of a simple repair kit. Okay, not essential, but if you've got them, you can choose to bring them along with you. In this bag I've just got a few little spare warm layers. So I've got a buff. Okay, so these are really good if it's sunny, but also if it's windy, keeping the driving rain off your face. Really versatile piece of kit. And I've just got a spare pair of gloves just in case my first pair get wet. Okay. Along with that, a key factor is food and water. Okay, so you're going to have your food along the way, you're going to have some snacks with you. You're also going to make sure that you've got at least a litre, ideally 2 litres of fluid. Okay, for me at this time of year, that comes in the form of a litre of water and also a hot drink. So for me today, that was a nice flask of hot orange, which is just what I needed at the top. Okay, if it's a sunny day, I'm going to choose to take a set of sunglasses with me. Okay, this is just really going to help on the high peaks when the sun's glaring. I'm always going to carry a head torch. Okay, you never know what happens if you're descending in the dark. It's always a really handy thing to have. Or if you're having an early morning start while you're faffing on with your kit, it's good to have a head torch with you. Personal choice, walking poles. Okay, I like to take one, and that lives in my pack most of the day, but I know I've got it if I need it. Some people like to have two, and they'll walk with them all day. That's a personal preference thing. Okay. Again, your leader will have with them a map and a compass, but if you have one and you want to be able to follow along, it's always a good thing to have, and your instructor can probably give you a few hints and tips along the way in order how to navigate. Okay. Along with that, I'm gonna have my phone. Okay, this is my communication device. It also allows me to take cool pictures when I'm out. Okay, if you prefer to carry a dedicated camera, obviously you can do that as well. Okay, and in terms of what I'm going to wear for the day, I'm going to choose to have a nice solid pair of footwear, ideally something waterproof, but making sure they're nice and comfortable. I've got a soft shell pair of trousers on, which are windproof and warm, and I've got a soft shell jacket on. Okay, that combination is going to keep me nice and toasty as the day goes on. Thanks for watching, team. Hopefully that's given you a good insight into what you would take on a mountain day with Alexander Adventures.